Yo, dudes, Oren here. Welcome to Thursday Night Football, where my Detroit Lions are taking on the Green Bay Packers, and this is a huge game because whoever wins this game takes control, sole possession of the NFC North, takes the lead. And both teams 2-1 right now, and this is a big Thursday night football game, arguably the biggest of the year. And for those of you who've been following me recently, you might have realized I actually went to Ford Field. Drove all the way out to Detroit, and I went to the game against the Falcons where a lot of players, despite a lot of injuries, stepped up and did a lot of good things. And I got a number of small souvenirs while I was there. So this magnet, instead of having to use the smaller magnets like I got this big magnet here. I got this holder for drinks, and I bought popcorn while I was at the game, and I got this popcorn bucket, which has several players that you might recognize on it. Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, Cam Sutton, as well as Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Penei Sewell. And funny story, I was actually brushing my teeth the other morning, and I looked over and I saw this face staring. I was like, whoa, oh crap. Aiden Hutchinson is watching me, so I got to move it around so I feel like I have more privacy. But, funny story with that. And I'm just using this to eat my favorite snack, Cool Ranch Doritos. And so you guys know the drill at this point. I tend to watch these games on the NFL Plus app with my tablet, and I can watch it anywhere I want to. And I do this dance, play this game with the app to try to get the live game to go. So once the live game starts, then it switches from the preview to the to the actual game. So no one's in here yet, but I'm sure someone will pop in every now and then. So I'm going to go put on my Villains sweaty hoodie. I tripped on some outlets, but I'm okay. I always wear this when the Lions are on the road because, they tend to wear white when on the road, whereas I wear my Jack Campbell jersey if they are home because that's a home jersey. That's blue, Honolulu blue. So, all right, I'm going to try to refresh this. The game should be starting any second now. And I'm going to take a drink of my Arizona watermelon-ish drink. What better way to represent the Lions? I'm slowly building my YouTube background with this awesome Penei Sewell poster, which was kind of a program on the other side. I was given to me by the employees there at Ford Field while I was trying to get to my seat, and I grabbed it and I unfolded it. And I was like, whoa, this is definitely a keeper poster. So, all right, I refreshed the app. It looks like it's doing something, and here we go. We got the game. I see Jared Goff pointing around on offense. It looks like it's 3rd and 11, actually. So I'm a little bit up behind. That usually tends to happen, so that's all right. 3rd and 11, Goff is dropping back to pass over the middle and intercepted. Crap. That's not a good start. Well, I was really trying to pump us up, and then that happened. I did mention Green Bay's defense is formidable, especially the secondary. Looked like it was intended for St. Brown. I have Tom Grossi's live YouTube stream on my phone over here. I have it on mute, and he's just, yeah. Part of my joy in watching these type of games when the Lions do well is just to be able to sadistically watch him as he gets miserable. Oh, yeah, Love scrambled a little bit there, then a shovel pass as he was about to get sacked by somebody, and then got to somebody for a couple of yards. I'm going to try to bring up an article and check who the actives and inactives are, at least for the Lions. Right away, I'm seeing Kirby Joseph is inactive. All right, Jordan Love is there. It's 2nd and 10. That must have been an incomplete pass. He was in shotgun, drops back to pass. McNeil's almost there. Hutch gets him. It's a whole mountain of people just like tumbled over onto Love, and that was the sack. Looks like Hutchinson got it, though. So Hutch is already on the board for a sack. And he's really getting going into the season now. He's been getting pressures in every single game, but the first couple of games he didn't get the sack. But, yeah, it was just like timber right onto Love. Right onto Jordan Love. It is so weird watching one of these type of Lions games without Aaron Rodgers there, but I'm not complaining too much. It's 3rd and 19 now on the 25-yard line, the Packers 25-yard line. Passes over the middle, short dump off, taken down immediately. That was to Romeo Doubs. And now they're going to go for a field goal. Wait a minute, whose side of the field are they on? And who is this new field goal? Because it's not Waston Crosby anymore, right? Clarkson, I think his name is. Kick is up, and it is good from 34 yards. So Green Bay gets on the board first with a field goal. Not worried at all. That interception could have been much worse, but they only get away with a field goal with it. So this game is somewhat off to a bang, off to a start. And, yeah. You guys can, even though it's commercial break, you get to enjoy looking at Aiden Hutchinson here while I snack on some Doritos. I got to update the score over here. But Goff already has an interception in this game. What is going on? He had that streak, and now he's has at least one in each of the last 3 games. Might starting to be getting figured out a bit, and if so, then hopefully they make some adjustments of some kind. And it was that signature pass down the middle intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown, which has been working well so good. And I bet the Packers in their game plan are looking to try to take that away as best they can. So it'll be interesting to see what they do to combat that. I didn't see yet if Montgomery was in the game. I heard that he was actually in, as well as Taylor Decker. I can go back and look at the play-by-play, though. Yep, Montgomery appears to be in, and he has gotten at least one reception so far. And it looks like Melifanu is starting, so who had a really good game the last when I went to the game against Atlanta. So that's a sign of things to come, hopefully, because Melifanu was one of the first players that we drafted with the Matthew Stafford stuff during that trade. So you would think he did really well. And when he first came into the league, he had a really good game covering Devontae Adams until he got hurt and missed time. And then his second year, he got moved to backup safety, which he did so in at most. But it looks like Goff is back on the field, back at their own 20. And seeing Ford of the Packers, number 20 over there. I have no idea how he became a Packer, but he's there. Goff under center at their own 25. They hand off to Montgomery and gets about a yard. I see Lucas Van Ness on the field for the Packers. No sign of Devontae Wyatt yet. Those are kind of some of the players I keep my eyes on. I always like to try to look at the people on the rookie contracts, the people who have been drafted from the last three NFL drafts, because that's when I really started to really pay attention to everybody and whatnot. So, all right. 2nd and 8 to Goff under center. Hands off to Gibbs, and he bursts through and gets a gain of about 6. Did he get the first down? I don't think he did. You might have also noticed my profile photo or whatever. A switch from image of me at Lambeau Field to image of me at Ford Field. And, okay, 3rd down, Montgomery bulldozes through the middle for a first down there. I had a fan sitting behind me, very nice lady, very talkative, take some pictures of me. She got some where the Ford Field was bright, where I looked dark, and then there was other ones where I looked really bright and good, and then Ford Field looked pretty dark or too bright, actually. So I just wound up combining the best of both images as best I can, Photoshop-wise, to make the image that you see there. You can probably tell it's obviously Photoshop, but, better than nothing. Goff dumps off to Gibbs, and he's tackled right away. Gains about a few yards, I think. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter, actually. Oh, they're talking about Quay Walker. Seems he got the tackle on there, so they're saying he's probably making strides in the second year. So, but so is Hutchinson. So, what is your point? Goff under center, 2nd and 7. Hands off to Montgomery. And gets about a yard. I'm glad to see Montgomery in the game. So he seems like a key piece of the offense, especially, in the first 2 games. He's a really important first step for setting up the play action, not to mention whatever yards he's able to get and whatever tackles he's able to break to gain more extra yards, which can contribute to more points, which is what I'm sure the Lions staff was looking for. 3rd and 5, Goff back to pass. Over the middle, caught by Laporta, and he's getting more and more points. Down to the 22. Tom Grossi's yelling. I can see him. It's like, yeah. Sam Laporta is coming into his own. Who needs Darnell Washington? We can have Sam Laporta. Yeah, he broke that tackle. That is, I think, the main skill the Lions were looking for with Laporta, his ability to break tackles and get yards after the catch. And we see him do that right here. And he's become a huge asset for the Lions offense because of it. Goff deep pass. Caught! St. Brown, touchdown! No. Yes, touchdown. Woo! Yeah. Lions get the first touchdown on the board. Tom Gus is like, So, yeah. Packers may have gotten the first points on the board, but the Lions got the first touchdown. Yeah, St. Brown lined up outside. Looked like he was blocking, then broke away, and then Ben Johnson, you little trickster, you. Yeah, it looks like crossing, like confusing the. Whoa. That extra point almost hit the little bit to the right, but it was like a hair. But it was good. 7-3, Lions winning. NFC North is at stake right now. Of course, it's a long season, a long ways to go, but whoever wins this game could affect into a tiebreaker later. The Lions learned that lesson the hard way last season with the Seattle Seahawks when they played week 3, and Seattle still kicked our asses again this year, but we played much, much better against them. We didn't give up 50 points to Seattle like this time or anywhere near that. That game went into overtime, and we had a very, very good chance to beat them again, but we didn't. But we bounced back and against Atlanta and won that game. We're 2-1, and Green Bay is 2-1. Oh, what you waving your finger at, Tom? What you waving your finger at? There are two people who are live streaming this game who I really like to follow, like for these sort of things, because they know they're hardworking YouTubers and they know their teams really well. Tom Grossi is one of them for the Packers, and in this particular instance for tonight, I like watching him to whenever like something bad happens for him and he gets miserable, then I just kind of statistically just really get satisfaction in it. Like anybody who sees his reactions to the NFL drafts knows what I'm talking about. The other YouTuber I'm talking about, he used to go by Micro Mike. His name is actual Mike Kimber, but his YouTube channel name is Lions Talk by Czech Sports, and he's actually hosting a YouTube live event at the Soaring Eagle Casino, who has partnered with the Lions. So he's kind of unofficially working with the Lions to, unite the fans, and he's doing that for every away game over at the Soaring Eagle Casino. I'll try to find his the link to his Andy Reid commercial. Distract me. I'll try to find the link to his YouTube video, and I'll include it there. And then I'll request anybody who visits my channel to go and rate him. So I've been following him probably ever since Holmes and Campbell got hired, and it was good background listen to about Lions news and rumors and everything while I used to grade essays while I was an adjunct English instructor, which I intend to become again. It's just, I don't want to be an adjunct. I want to be full-time, and I'll get there when the time is right. And we're back in the game, and they're showing cheese heads in the stands. The top two are kind of like blank stares. The bottom two have their cheese heads all blinged out and everything. Kickoff. They're taking it to the 10, down to the 20, and got brought down. Chase Lucas on the tackle there. Lions drafted him in the 7th round a couple of years ago. We talk about him and other people trying to make the roster during preseason, and it looks like he's on there right now. Completion percentage is Jordan Love's Achilles heel, says the announcers. Love has some weapons to work with. I don't know if Christian Watson's in yet. I haven't seen him yet, but Jalen Reed and Luke Musgrave are two rookies that seem to do pretty decent. Romeo Doubs is another weapon there to watch out for too, all of which I thought the Lions might draft at one point or another. But so fake to pass and down sack. Who is that? Is that Isaiah Buggs? It is Isaiah Buggs with the sack. The Lions' defensive line is here. And wow, did he just boom, 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 boom to get to him. Yeah, just bull rushes. It's the second time Love has been sacked tonight. Gotta love it. Bugs was benched for the first couple of games for disciplinary reasons. Apparently, he had a newborn coming and he wanted to be there for it, but he had to stay behind and help the team because that's his job. And I think that was the conflict, as I understand it. But it's good to see him back because he is a key piece of the offensive line. By the way, it's 3rd and 16 now. That previous play was an incomplete pass. But yeah, I don't know much about Green Bay's offensive line. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I think Lions' defensive line has the advantage over Green Bay's offensive line here, and it's showing so far tonight. Love jogs back to pass. And, he's getting pursued again. He tries to shovel it, but it's like incomplete. Possibly an intentional grounding. Yep, there's the flag. He was pursued by Jack Campbell and somebody else on that one. They say incomplete pass. Holding on offense. Penalties decline. Grouchy is like, what? So he's not happy so far. So it wasn't for intentional grounding. It was an incomplete pass, but somebody had holding. And that same Packer who got the penalty looks like he's limping off the field. But it's 4th and 16 now. They're still on the Green Bay side of the field, so they're going to have to punt. Yep, I see the punter standing in their end zone. There's a play stoppage. I don't know what's going on. It looks like a false start somewhere. Looks like it was on Packers again, so they're punting from like their own 9-yard line. So Lions got off to an unfortunate start, but it looks like they bounced back and they're in control of the game. Caught. Raymond brings it out to the 45, and that's where the Lions will get the ball first. So I always think it's important to emphasize, the punt returns and being able to start where you start because that can be as much of an effective factor for offense as scoring a touchdown as a first down or getting 2 first downs, But it happens so rarely to where like somebody gets a punt return touchdown. It does happen every once in a while. If you remember a few weeks ago, that's how the Jets won the game against the Bills and in overtime punt return touchdown. So good stuff there. I'm going to go try to find this Micro Mike. I keep calling him Micro Mike. That's what he used to go by all the time. But I think he has changed. I don't think it wants to be called that anymore. And I'm sorry for Mike Kimber. Lions Talk by Chat Sports. Where is you? Where are you? I know how to find you. We're on a commercial break right now. Here it is. Look out in the chat. Ads are everywhere. I'd like to mention the fact that Mike Kimber, he's also live streaming from the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Uh, I like to shout out that place because I used to work there. I actually worked there twice, actually, once as a bar back and then another time as a valet attendant, parking cars for people. And then the COVID pandemic happened and I got laid off. But then I got brought back as a temporary job where all I had to do, cleaning attendant, is just go around to each and every slot machine and then just wipe it with sanitizer to help stop COVID. And I just did that for 8 hours, got paid $15 an hour for it. So pretty decent job for me. Goff passes intended for Josh Reynolds incomplete into the end zone. We're back, by the way. So, and then the first time Mike and a bunch of other YouTubers, they actually collaborated on a live stream event with the Lions for the last NFL draft over at the Storm Casino, over in a restaurant within the casino called Ascend. And I actually went there and met some other fans and watched it together. And I was really drunk there. And I was like, what? Oh, my God, when they drafted Gibbs. And I knew the Lions wanted to draft Gibbs. I thought it was going to be 18 instead of 12. Gain of a few yards. Gibbs, who runs around and gets stopped. So now it's third down. And, they're showing somebody's ankle getting taped up. That is 70 for the Packers, 70-something. Probably that same guy who limped off the field who I mentioned earlier. All right, 3rd and 3. We're at the 48-yard line. Goff and shotgun, dropping back to pass. Oh, complete to Reynolds, and he's down to the 31-yard line. So first down and more. Reynolds is another reliable target by Goff, wide receiver-wise. They played together in the days with the Rams, and then I thought when Goff came over here, Reynolds would sign right away, but they didn't get him right away. Reynolds actually went to Tennessee, but didn't get any playing time over there. And then at some point halfway through the season, he went on waivers, and the Lions claimed him, and that was kind of the start of the turnaround. Gave Goff a weapon to trust. Hands it off to Montgomery, who's bulldozing up, looks like about 7 yards or so. 9 yards-ish. Hey, they mentioned Jonah Jackson. Sounds like he's in the game. He was questionable, if I remember right. Oh, he pulled on the play to help with the blocking. That's good. Lions' offensive line is the biggest strength of the team, but a lot of them are injured right now. So they give it to Montgomery again, but he gets met at the line of scrimmage and might have got the first down. They don't have the yellow marker to tell right now, so I don't know where it is. They're saying it's a first down. The announcers, at least. And the graphic is 1st and 10 now. I think I just cracked something in my neck. I think I'm all right, though. 1st and 10. Laporta scrambling to the other side. Goff and shotgun. Running back on his right. Goff is doing this. And now dropping back the pass. Scrambling to his left. Looks like he's going to keep it running down to the 10, down to the 5, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line. Who says Goff can't scramble like a mobile quarterback? I saw that rushing touchdown Goff had at the game, and I just laughed so hard. My voice was about gone, but I was like, oh, Ben Johnson, you got us that time. Or it might have been Goff's decision. Who knows? So it's 1st and goal now. Hand it off in the middle. Got about 2 yards there. Quay Walker in the middle of it. I'm in contact with my dad on email. I want to check in on him and see how he's doing, but it looks like the Lions are about to score again. They're talking about Walker getting his emotions in check. Yeah. I mentioned what his thing was. Okay, they hand it off to Montgomery, and he's in. Touchdown, Lions! Woo! Made that one look easy. It's super early and still in the first quarter, but the Lions look like they're starting to run away with it, unless Green Bay makes adjustments or whatever. But once it is very hard to come back against the Lions, though, unless you're Seattle. Sam Laporta had a key block there. And Brock Wright, they're two tight ends there. They both blocked out somebody, which was the key for Montgomery to get through there. Kick is up and it is good. I realize I haven't been YouTubing as much as I initially had the first couple of weeks, just work stuff and other life stuff kind of were getting in the way. Obviously, I didn't live stream it all on Sunday because I was traveling to Detroit and back to go to that game, worth it. And, got to express my True Lions fandom in any way I can. And I'm was kind of thinking about it, and I might try to do some different things with my YouTube channel in terms of NFL and Lions content. I like to try to switch things up every 3 weeks because I feel like 3 weeks is a good checkpoint for certain stuff. Like that, every 6 weeks is like an entire third of an NFL season, if you think about it, because each team gets 17 games plus one bye week, so 18 divided by 3 is 6. And I have some ideas. So like some of the videos I've been doing might not be working while other types may be working. So I'm going to try some new stuff and we'll see what happens there. So off the top of my head, I'm thinking I might try doing NFL power rankings as well as maybe each quick predictions of each teams and each games and stuff like that. I also want to get back into start doing mock drafts. So because week 4 is give or take is right around the time I start to look at that, even though it was more fun to look at mock drafts and thinking about the NFL draft while the Lions were rebuilding, but the Lions are now competing. So it's like the NFL draft is not really the priority, but it's still important though. What is this Titletown thing? A bunch of old guys. Lexus commercial. Goff is calling, or Love is calling the play. They're huddling. They're breaking the huddle. Ball's at the 20. 1st and 10. Love and shotgun. Running back behind him. Play clock down to 5 seconds. 4. There we go. Hands it off to the middle guy. It gets stopped by Barnes. That was A.J. Dillon. Derek Barnes on the tackle. I didn't mention Derek Barnes as one of the premier draft picks, but I forgot to, and I meant to, because Derek Barnes has really developed. He's a really good blitzing linebacker, but he's developed all around and has earned the starting spot alongside Anzalone. So I just wanted to shout out Derek Barnes as well. Second and 7, Love and shotgun. Tight end in motion. Hands off the running back again. Spins away, but gets brought down by Sutton. Gain of about 4. So it's 3rd and 3. Huddle's happening. Will someone let me know if I have Cool Ranch Dorito crumbs on my mouth? I don't think I do, but 1:33 to go in the first quarter. Dropbacks to pass. Down the middle. Oh, just over, was that Dobbs? And then almost intercepted behind him, but incomplete pass. So now it's 4th and 3. Looks like Hutchinson. Showing a replay of Hutchinson. Didn't quite get past him that time, but so now they're punting. Fair catch at the 25. All you need is nine. I don't know the song. Probably one of the memories of Lambeau Field I had when I attended the game. And you guys probably saw this in the video I had, and I put it on my memories of Lambeau Field there. Like they're announcing the teams and the fireworks go off and then the lights go off and on again. And they start playing Black and Yellow instrumental as they were announcing the team. So and Black and Yellow was one of my favorite songs. And the fact that Green Bay had it, it makes sense. But like, oh man, it's like, dang it. They had the catchiest song for theirs. That was a fun experience at Lambeau Field. Same with Ford Field. So it's tough to compare them both because they were fun in their own ways. At Ford Field, you were part of a sea of Honolulu blue, which I think was my favorite part of the experience from there. You'll see in my cover photo. Oh, Goff. The pass is caught by Josh Reynolds while in tight coverage. One-handed catch. That's a first down and more. Woo. That was a tight catch. Valentine on the coverage. Must feel great on the way home from my football game. Yeah, so lots of good stuff. So good to hear from you, Plexia, again. So thank you for stopping by tonight. Oh, whoa, what is that? Handing off to a running back and then pitched it to the other running back coming around to Khalif Raymond. And he ran around and he got a bunch of yards. Now it's like 1st and goal. That had to have been like 45 yards. I was reading that comment while that play happened. I was like, whoa, another trick play. Handed off to Gibbs and then just boop to Raymond. No one was around to stop him. He finally got lit up at the 7-yard line. And the clock is going to run out as the first quarter is over. Oh, Ben Johnson. You little trickster. I'm changing it to 2. Give me a second here. Tom Grassi doesn't look like he's paying attention to the game right now. He's like enjoying the chat and because he knows things aren't looking good for his team right now. There's a commercial with the Kelsey brothers arm wrestling, and it looks like they talk about chunky soup. I remember as a kid the chunky soup commercials with Donovan McNabb and his mom. Now that is a throwback. Like McNabb is trying to do commercials, like, and then some model lady, whatever, is like, Donovan shaves with, and then McNabb's mom interrupts the commercial, is like, chunky soup. Director's like, cut, what is going on here? Blah, blah, blah. And then she beats him up or whatever. And then chunky soup. I'm going to try to look that up on YouTube, see if I can find it. I brought up Travis Kelce. I will address my thoughts and opinions on he and his newish friend here later on. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. I have some things to say about that. I gotta say though, it's good to be back doing this again. Oh yeah, I was gonna check my email for my dad's. Oh, he didn't respond. Never mind. My dad and I, before each Lions game, we always have to text each other or communicate with each other and say, "Go Lions!" Oh, quick pass to the side to Laporta and gets about a couple of yards. Trying to break free of a tackle there. He dragged with him a bit before he brought him down. Laporta's yak abilities. I don't know who else knows this, but my nickname for Sam Laporta is Superman's chin. Just look at his face when you get a second. You'll know what I mean. Whereas Jack Campbell is like real life Superman. Like in terms of his character and everything. All right. Second and goal. Goff and shotgun. Drops back to pass. Incomplete to Reynolds. Intended for Reynolds. It's now third and goal. Looks like Ben Johnson's on the field calling the plays in a gray Lions hoodie. I always just assumed he was like up in the press box or the booth calling the plays from there. Maybe he's trying to get some practice for when he has to be a head coach. Who knows? All right. Third and goal at the 5-yard line. Goff in center, drops back to pass. Oh, he's under pressure. He scrambles, and he gets rid of it, throws it in the stands, incomplete. But there's a flag on the play. I got to get my own flag so I can flag on the play. Holding on offense. Tom Gross is going like this. Holding 60 offense. 10-year-old penalty. Glasgow. That's who's in. Graham Glasgow. He's a backup offensive lineman, so Lions' offensive line does have injuries. He's the right guard in this game right now, while Sewell is the right tackle. That's right, I forgot Taylor Decker is back into the game. So Sewell moves back to right tackle. That's why it's important to have a good offensive line. And it looks like they're replaying third and goal, though. But it's way back at the 15-yard line, 14. Goff jogs back to pass. Oh, bounces to Marvin Jones. Incomplete. 4th and goal. I think you got to go for the field goal here. Take the points. Funny story. The lady sitting right next to me at the Lions Ford Field game in the early parts where they didn't convert on those is like, take the points, and referencing get the field goal. So now the phrase take the points is in my head. And sure enough, here's Riley Patterson here to attempt the field goal out from how long? His longest of the season was 38. They're showing his stats. It is a 33-yard field goal attempt. Shouldn't be too difficult. Kick us up, right down the middle, and it is good. The Lions get more points on the board. Woo! The Lions have quickly taken control of this game despite falling behind at the first part. People were saying this game was going to be a dogfight. I mean, well, the Lions are dogfighting it, not going to lie. Just wanted to show you what I'm talking about. So, Grassi's not looking, he's kind of laughing, but not at the Lions or Packers or anything like that. He knows how tough the Lions are. He talks about them with high esteem and respect. So, which is partly why I, appreciate him as a YouTuber. So he's not like screw the Lions all the time. Anyway, he's like that with the Vikings, but not with the Lions. So, like he knows what the Lions are, and I appreciate him for being realistic and not like delusionally like, oh, any team that's not against my team, they're bad and I got nothing to say to them. No, he's fair with his stuff. So, and I like to think I in return the same thing with his fandom. And like with the Packers, like this week, obviously like the Packers are enemy number one for me because the Lions are playing them. But like I'll follow the Packers every now and then. I did it quite a bit last year, and I'll check them out. And I think they're doing all right with like trying to rebuild their team now that they don't have to deal with Aaron Rodgers anymore. He was my main issue, him and his huge ego and everything. So I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy or Aaron Rodgers, though, having that foot injury that ended his season. I mean, you just can't help but feel bad for the Jets when that happened. They had all this hype and they're going to go to the playoffs and everything, and now it's back to mediocrity for them. But they might get a little bit of help from some unexpected people, which I will talk about soon. Anyway, 1st and 10 at Green Bay's 10. Love is under center. Fakes, passes down the middle, deflections, intercepted. 23, it bounced off somebody else, and then Tracy Walker gets the interception. Anzalone, the linebacker, tipped it, and Tracy Walker caught it, brought it back to the 10-yard line. Tracy Walker is somebody interesting, and now the Lions are doing a family photo on the end zone there. I'll talk about Walker in a minute. Oof. Yeah, that was a bad play action fake. They didn't fool anybody. Was that Christian Watson the intended target? Yeah, Christian Watson's in the game. That was him. Haven't heard much from him yet, though. Montgomery gets the ball, wrestles it down to the 2-yard line. I keep forgetting that the ESPN play-by-play as well as Tom Gross's stream is ahead of what I'm looking at on the NFL Plus app. So you guys probably know what that means. All right, 2nd and goal, Goff under center. Hands off to Montgomery, right through the middle. No one through. Touchdown, Lions. Woo! Dogfight who? I know there's no music, but I just can't help but dance to this. Oh, man. Yeah, the offensive line had a really good gap there. So nice blocking, especially for who the backups and reserves are in. So Dan Campbell gets everybody to practice hard and play hard. And it plays off down to the very last man, every single player. And you see results. Have it your way. And woo. Oh, I just sang the Burger King commercial. I'll take the earbuds out for a minute. Let's see. We're looking at the offensive players. These guys are contributing. So there's Panay Sewell. St. Brown's doing some stuff, but it's all Montgomery right now. Goff, obviously, the quarterback. And then Kirby Joseph's not playing in this game, but that's all right. Oh, yeah, Tracy Walker. So Tracy Walker was interesting because, before last season started, he got signed to an extension, and Dan Campbell came up to him face-to-face and was like, you're one of the guys, they're one of the center building pieces around. So Tracy Walker, he had a really epic first game against the Philadelphia Eagles, game one last season, right up until he got ejected for, who knows what the refs were thinking. I don't remember what, but then after that game, at some point early in the season, Tracy Walker got injured and was out for the season, unfortunately. So we missed him quite a bit. And then during this last offseason, the Lions signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and he was pretty much the starting safety, while Brian Branch earned his way to start as, I think it was the slot cornerback, which means Tracy Walker couldn't start because there was just so much talent in the secondary. And then after the second game of this season, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is out for the entire year after signing a one-year contract with a pec injury, which means Tracy Walker is now back in. So, and I saw Tracy Walker do a lot of good things in the game I went to. He almost had 2 interceptions as far as I could tell, and now he's got an interception in this game. So I'm happy for Tracy Walker. I'm happy that he's back in and contributing. So, because I think he's one of the leaders of the team for sure. Tom Grassi, why are you clapping? I don't think it's game related. Feel that face. Feel that face. You wish you could do a stanky leg. The Lions are such a great team, and it is so much fun to watch the Lions when they're great. I remember when the Detroit Tigers were really good for a while, like 2011, 2012. And just going to a game, just knowing it's going to be a good time. It's just so much fun. That's one of the other parts of having fun at the Ford Field. You just know they're going to beat up on the mediocre team. Is that Aaron Jones gaining 5 yards there? 33. Who is that on the Packers? Jones, yeah. Aaron Jones is in the game. Good for him. Good for the Packers, although it's not doing you much good right now. Oh, shovel pass from Love. Button. Oh, loss of yards, actually. Cam Sutton on the stop there. Cam Sutton is one of those players I think has been the most quiet. Like, nobody's really talked about what he's doing, if he's good or if he's bad. So I assume he's doing his job, and that must be good. Branch almost got Love if he didn't shovel pass it away to whoever that was. Jones? Third and 7 now. Drop back to pass. Throw in the corner. Deflected by Blanche. Intended for Christian Watson. Incomplete pass. That's 4th and 7. Christian Watson's the wide receiver I was worried about, but Brian Branch had good coverage on him. They're showing Hutchinson and like how he almost like beat the tackle again, like just constant pressure. Branch had good coverage on that play, obviously. He swatted that away. And the Packers punt. Going down to the 20-yard line. He breaks a tackle, and he's going down to the 30. Gets down to the 30. Attaboy, Khalif Raymond. We're showing Title Tom right now. I was at Title Tom. I remember the ice skating rink more than anything. And then there was like a sled. People could go like sledding down the hill there too. There was like a little mini concert like with singers singing. And you could see their breath. But because of the lights were of green lights, it looked like green steam coming out of their mouths. You know, little things like that are what I remember from that experience. Wait, what did I do here? What am I thinking? Hang on. There we go. Let's turn on some of this audio, see what he's talking about.
Jaguars 23-17? Definitely possible. The Jaguars' offense has looked terrible. So
he's answering donos right now.
Justin, thank you for the tour. No beer. Yep, no beer. Oh, thank you for the $5. Appreciate you. NWO for the $10. Thank you. Blake, thank you for the $5. Yeah. Yep. Here comes the blowout. Magic, I'm so sorry to hear about the pupper.
That's what I like to hear. Here comes the blowout.
My friend. I hope you're well soon. Yannicus, thank you for the tour. Playing lifeless with the Jaguars. Yep. Yeah, what if I open up the sub option again?
I don't think he has any emotion left. He just knows. Of course, it's not as fun because he's not flipping out. And anytime you see someone like flip out and just like get so devastated, like if it's like an ex like or somebody you know who deserves it, then you just can't help but feel that satisfaction, you know. That's what I get. I found Tom Grassi while monitoring coverage of the 2022 NFL draft, and I caught wind. I was looking up Jameson Williams stuff. I caught wind of his reaction to the Jameson Williams pick happening because apparently he wanted Jameson Williams badly for the Packers, and he realized, oh, wait, the Vikings traded with the Lions? 2 NFC North rivals? Are they colluding? And it's like, oh, no, if the Lions get Jameson Williams, I will lose my mind. It's like, no! This is the Vikings. You purple incarnation bastards. With a New York accent, and it's just so great. Meanwhile, the announcers are talking about Brad Holmes and his draft picks. That's another reason why I love these lines right now, because of Brad Holmes. I'll talk about him later. St. Brown wrestles his way to a first down at the 40 after catching it. I see Grassi doing this, like, oh, yeah! Executive VP and General Manager, Detroit Lions, Brad Holmes. He's in his glasses, wearing a sports coat. He's got a MacBook Air up and looks like a Heineken, maybe? I could be wrong there. He's always at work. I don't question him. Because Brad Holmes can do no wrong. Montgomery on a carry gains about 5, but there's a flag on the play. He gained 5, like running around kind of on the outside, and he got stopped. Holding 73 offense. That's Jonah Jackson. Come on, Jonah. Aren't you looking for a contract extension? This is like your 4th year, right? You just want to get franchise tagged, or you've been an all-pro player for us once. You wear the same number I wore when I was in high school football, 73. And coincidentally enough, if you switch those numbers around, you get 37, which is my favorite number. And that's mainly because that's the GPA. Okay. Montgomery up the middle, gain of about 2. 37 is my favorite number because when I graduated, hang on, field reporter talking. Sam Laporta. First one we're allowing to look at a playbook. Praise Goff's ability to break down plays for Laporta. Goff pretty much guided Laporta. Goff drops back to pass. Down the middle. Bounces off the ground, incomplete. That was 2nd and 18. Now it's 3rd and 18. Anyways, 3.7. 3.7 was my GPA from when I graduated graduate school at Southern New Hampshire University, and I got my master's degree. And if the Sigma Cum Laude or Magna Cum Laude existed for the graduate school stuff, which I'm told it doesn't really, I could be wrong with that. I don't know. But my GPA would have qualified me for that because I got a 3.74. So 3.7, so 37. That's why that 37 is my favorite number. So after, I was a good student in high school, but like I had so much going on that like it was hard to focus on, schoolwork and so I barely had 3.0 or 3.1, something like that. While in my undergrad at my college, I actually flunked out because I spent time partying and working at newspapers. But I fought my way back in that same place and then graduated with a 2.7 GPA. Repaired his 3rd and 23, caught Gibbs running around down the field, but I don't think it'll be enough for a first down. Bless me, by the way, for the sneezing. But I fought my way back into that school and graduated. I see Jack Founce out there, and it looks like the Lions are going to punt for the first time in a while. I need a drink after that. It's all right. We've done a lot of damage so far. What is going on in that punt? It bounced to the 20, and then it kept bouncing, and then people were touching it, trying to bounce all over it. Looks like the Packers recovered it, though. I guess Jalen Reed got tricked by it somehow. Oh, he tried to pick it up as it bounced, but he missed it. And then it got knocked out of the way. Chase Lucas on the first hit. Reeves Maben came in and tried to get it. Don't forget the Packers fell behind in the first half like this, and they came back and won. Although I don't believe the Lions are the type of team that you can come back and win from, unless you're the Seattle Seahawks. I said that once already. Oh, Hutchinson's pressuring Love, and he gets rid of it. Throws it to the tight end, Musgrave, and he's got bought down. Gave him a few yards. Hutchinson almost got a safety right there. That was a Love is not very convincing with the play action fake there. He almost got him. He had him by the shoulders, and he just like flicked it as he was going down. Second and 9. Love passes. Complete. Out of bounds to Dobbs. I see Grossi clapping, and he looks happy. I don't know what's happening here. 3rd and 4 at the 14-yard line. 13. Oh, that's what it is. The Lions jumped off sides. As much as I hate to admit it, that looks pretty obvious there. Charles Harris, maybe? Harris was a starting edge opposite of Hutchinson, so he's battled some injuries here and there for the Lions, but he's an expected productive veteran, But the Lions have other edge rushers to rotate in and out. Not Pascal right now, but the Okwara brothers come to mind also. Now it's 1st and 10 Packers at the 19-yard line. Love hands off the middle, and he's brought down immediately by Lee McNeil. And Barrett Barnes is right there, too. That's like a loss of 1 or 2 yards. Yeah, McNeil at the 3 technique. He gets through his guy immediately and makes first contact, and Barnes finishes him off. Aaron Jones, or whoever that was, had nowhere to go. Who needed to draft Jalen Carter or the guy the Buccaneers wound up with? When you have Lee McNeil, you could just have him lose weight, go to the 3 tech, and then get Broderick Martin, who hasn't played yet, but he's developing. And Love is sacked. Also by Lee McNeil. Love is sacked at least for the 3rd time in this game, as far as I counted. And McNeil gets it this time. I was just talking about McNeil. Who needs to draft somebody for that when you have Lee McNeil? He's capable of that. If you saw his tape when he got drafted by the Lions, it shows him like busting through super quickly and chasing down like that, like big guy. He was a former center fielder at his college, and then he gained weight to be a defensive lineman. So, McNeil, Big Mac, has quickness. 3rd and 21, Love in the end zone, passes complete to Dobbs, out of bounds. So it's 4th down and a short of about 3 yards there. Do tell. I'm going to. Punted to the Lions at the 24-yard line, fair catch. $5:34 left to go in the first half. I know everybody was trying to promote this as a dogfight type of game and everything, but yours truly has this game pretty much under wraps right now, but anything could still happen right now. But it's looking boring, but in a good way. Boring, but in a good way. No, it's not boring because it's exciting because the Lions are doing all sorts of cool stuff. And you just can't help but love it, I'm going to change my location in the place I live where I'm going to do this. I just want to switch things up and see how it goes. So I feel like the room I'm in right now is just way too crammed with stuff, where there's a different room where it doesn't have anywhere near as much stuff. I want to balance things out. So we'll get there with Sunday night. Sunday Night Football, I intend to live stream as well. I haven't decided which game yet. I only want to do one game on Sunday. Either the Broncos and Bears games, see who can be the worst of the worst, or the Chiefs and the Jets game, which could have been more entertaining, if Aaron Rodgers didn't get injured and more competitive and that sort of thing. But the Jets are back to, mediocrity. And it sounds like from what I'm seeing that they're on the verge of imploding because of Zach Wilson, and Robert Saleh has pretty much become his apologist and that sort of thing. So I thought I heard the Jets signed another quarterback. I can't remember who. like some former backup somewhere. But what do you do if you're the Jets and you put all your eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket, and then the nest just blows up from right underneath of you? It's just so unfortunate. They're promoting next week's Thursday night football game, which will be the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Two subpar teams. But I watched that game last year when it was on Monday Night Football, those two teams playing against each other. There was a few interesting things that came out of it. I remember Rivera, the Commanders coach, was pissed off at the press conference and for a bunch of stuff. Montgomery gets about 6 yards on that. They're talking about Dan Campbell and his epic kneecap biting press conference. And it sounds like that's what's going on right here. Like, it seems like they've taken the air out of the inflation of the floaties of the Packers. I don't know where I was going with that analogy, but you get my point. Goff under center, drops back to pass down the middle to Laporta, and he tries to wrestle for a first down, but he doesn't get it. Brought down by Quay Walker. They're talking about how the Lions, the majority of their coaches were former players themselves, and that's kind of the route they were going. And I think that was kind of a thing after Patricia got fired, and he was not – Montgomery gets the first down and more, bulldozes his way through. But the Lions players hated Matt Patricia, and they were not getting along. And that's why they struggled when everybody thought they were supposed to be really good during those days. But to answer from the previous regime and to switch things up, the Campbell hired a bunch of former players as coaches to help the players as they would build and develop them have someone to relate to, because they have credibility because they've played and they've been in their shoes before. Goff tries to pass, but it gets deflected and then it's incomplete, intended for St. Brown. I could tell someone got their hand on it, and it just bounced to the ground on its way to St. Brown. 2nd and 10 now. I'm trying to look at the Packers players and see anybody who I'd recognize and have stuff to talk about. Quay Walker is the one person so far. Maybe Lucas Van Ness. I haven't seen much of him so far in this game. Devontae Wyatt, maybe. Drop shotgun down the middle, pass, caught to Laporta. No. Incomplete, actually. There was like 3 Packers in that area, and Laporta almost caught it, but it was incomplete. Oh, Laporta just missed it. It was off his hands, like off his fingertips. Yeah. As you get more reps, you'll get better at catching it. That's what happened with Kirby Joseph, and he just getting a little bit quicker in each and every week until finally he's able to get the interceptions that we all know him for. Goff down the middle again. Passes caught to St. Brown, and he gets the first down and more. He's running around one guy, running around another, then first down, and then more until he's brought down. Whew. Darnell Savage. That's another one. Goff is really good at those like medium field passes too, and Ben Johnson calling them. So you don't see Goff going downhill too much. You might once Jameson Williams starts coming into the picture, though. I hear Goff yelling, "Kill! Kill!" Goff drops back to pass. He's under pressure now. He scrambles away, gets rid of it. Passes caught to Laporta, first down, and more. Wow, that was a good one. Goff got that off even when he was under pressure and was able to scramble to his left. And then Laporta got him there. Whew. Now that's good offensive there. St. Brown and Laporta seem to be his two favorite targets so far. Now it's 1st and 10 on the Green Bay's 35-yard line. And now we are at the 2-minute warning. I'm going to announce my halftime raid bait. This might be one of the last ones I do because honestly I'm running out of ideas for it, and I've already got the raid that I wanted before. All right, halftime. Raid bait. Raid bait idea. Taylor Swift rant. I'm going to voice and air out all my thoughts and opinions about the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation going on that I learned about for the very first time on my way to work Monday morning on the radio, and then looking at YouTube video thumbnails. I didn't hear anything about it Sunday night while driving home because obviously I was busy driving home. But I found out about it the next day because I was actually gonna. I'll save this for later. All right. Enjoy the epic faces of Cam Sutton and Kirby Joseph and Aiden Hutchinson. Actually, I'm going to go get another drink. I'll be right back. The Fab Five? You don't mean like the U of M team from 97, do you? All right. 1st and 10 on that place I talked about. Hands off to Montgomery. He's getting the first down. He went through the middle. First down, all good blocking. First down plus a couple. I'm so glad Montgomery is back, and Taylor Decker is back too. The running game is really good. Not that it was bad last with the game I went to because Gibbs did a really good job there too. But I like Gibbs not getting injured if he doesn't necessarily need to. But it's 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line now. Goff and shotgun, hands off to Gibbs, and he's bullying his way to about 6 yards down the middle. But yeah, give Gibbs his reps and give him an opportunity to grow if you need to, but don't overplay him. It doesn't matter to me specifically if he's the number 12 overall pick. And I know people tend to say, since you drafted him at 12, you better be playing him as best you can, and he should be expecting to compete. But, I'd rather be as smart with him as possible, because we're going to be relying on him for 4 years, maybe 5 years. Hands off to a running back, but he gets nowhere. I didn't see who that was. Montgomery. Brought down in the backfield by something. I couldn't see. Green Bay gets their first time out. Takes the first time out, and then they're talking about how much Love has been pressured. Showing all the defensive line people pressuring Love. I don't know what I'm going to do about this lighting to where there's a shadow over my eyes whenever I wear the bill of the cap. Maybe I'll just wear my other Lions winter cap. But I just recently bought this more recently, and I want to show it off as best I can. Anyways, 3rd and 6 on the 19. Goff drops back to pass. Down the middle, incomplete. 4th and 6 now. Do they go for another field goal? Yep, field goal unit. Kick is up, almost to the left, but it's good. 37-yard attempt. Almost broke his record for the season with 38, but, close enough. 27. Boop. 27-3. Mic drop. Marker drop. Sideline reporter. Luke Musgrave. Off the field. Being evaluated. Concussion protocol. Well, that'd be unfortunate. I kind of like Luke Musgrave. He's from Oregon State. The Packers also drafted Tucker Kraft, which was another tight end I thought the Lions might get later on. So Packers draft 2 tight ends, rookie tight ends, but Kraft is, I think, more valued for blocking than he is receiving. So and just a reminder, we got 34 seconds left in the halftime. The halftime raid bait is Taylor Swift rant. First and 10, Love and shotgun. Bunch of receivers on his right side on that field. Drops back to pass. Passes, pass complete, brought down immediately. Degura. Right around the line of scrimmage. And then Love is scrambling after the play safety's down, and he gets rid of it just before he gets sacked. Incomplete. So 3rd and 5. Kaminsky on the pressure on that one. Refs are saying there is no foul for intentional grounding. Looking up something real quick. Love gets a pass off and complete. It goes out of bounds. That was a 1st and 10 after that, and then 7 seconds left in the first half. The game at Kansas City caught the league's attention, don't you think? The announcers were saying. Of course it did. But you announcers kept saying it was an asterisk because Travis Kelce and that Chris Jones or whatever his name is, the defensive lineman, weren't playing. Well, guess what? We didn't have Jameson Williams either. We didn't have other players either. Ugh. Just bitter because you're not used to the Lions beating Super Bowl champions. Yeah. Is it halftime? They're going to the announcers. They're showing Dan Campbell walking around doing this because Dan Campbell looks like a lion who could eat you at any minute. Got the headset. Okay, 7 seconds left to go. Talking about the Lions' journey up to this point. Love jogs back to pass. Complete. There's a flag. I couldn't tell if he caught it. Jerry Jacobs on the coverage, though. Pass interference on Jacobs. Automatic first down. Yeah, Jerry Jacobs, he was pretty shaky in the Seattle game. I don't remember what he did in the game I went to, but wait a minute. Jacobs is 23? So is he the one that got the interception earlier? Because I thought Tracy Walker was 23. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. Because I thought Jerry Jacobs was 22, honestly. Oh, Love is sacked again. The pile of people just kept coming to him, and then they ate him up. The Packers are starting to boo him. It was Charles Harris this time from around the end. Yep, Harris gets the sack that time. Angelone was there too. Hutchinson was in the mix. All right. We are officially at halftime. All right. I'm keeping an eye on my thing in case I get rated again. I don't think I will, though. But all right. So we're all at raid bait time. We're all familiar with this storyline about how, we've heard about rumors all the time recently about our Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating, this and that. And while I was on my way back from the game I went to, I was actually planning on preparing something for YouTube to basically dispel the rumors and say, no, they're not dating. And here's why. Taylor Swift has sung in it songs before about like people with their loud opinions on the football team and everything. And she's turned down the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show more than once now. So that just tells me that, Taylor Swift is just not a football fan because she associated it with like those annoying jerks or whatever. And I didn't think like that would have been true. And then Monday morning on the radio and then checking through YouTube and everything, I find out about Taylor Swift in the Kelce press box wearing Chiefs clothes next to Travis Kelce's mom, whom I remember seeing at the NFL draft with some YouTubers giving her a heads and tails coins for which brother to go watch anyways. So it appeared from that, my takeaway from that was, Taylor Swift must be friends with Kelce's mom. That is all we know. And then I see them walking together, I guess, leaving the stadium. And I'm like, Travis Kelce's being a good son by escorting his mom's friend out of the stadium. And same thing with seeing them in the car. And then I find out that they bought out a restaurant so that they could hang out together there. And I'm just like, dang it. They're just showing off their wealth at this point. And, Taylor Swift, I have no problems with really at all. Her songs are great. And, she does a lot of good things for people. And, her fans are great too. She's arguably the most famous musician in the world right now. And she arguably has the biggest fan base, Taylor Nation, the Swifties, whatever you want to call them. And then meanwhile, Travis Kelce, I think, is really awesome too. I had him on my fantasy league last year, and he was a big reason why I won that fantasy league. And I also thought his what he said in the Super Bowl post-game show after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl was badass, where he was talking about how like nobody was talking about the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl as all these other teams, and don't underestimate us next time, and basically being the bad cop to Patrick Mahomes' good cop, in my opinion. So I thought that was great and everything. So my point being there is I have no issue with either one of them. If they want to date, go ahead. I think that's great for both of you. And, it was a good story Saturday to when everybody found that out. Here's the problem I anticipate, which involves them. And I'm talking directly to the NFL, its employees, its public relations people, all the content creators who have to do with the NFL. And my issue is this: don't let Taylor Nation corrupt the NFL. What do I mean by that? I am hoping in the near future, like a few games from now, maybe a couple seasons from now, anything like that, I hope I don't see pictures of Taylor Swift's cats on billboards all across stadiums and scoreboards. I don't want to see referees saying puns of Taylor Swift's songs while announcing penalties. And I don't want to see head coaches walking around on the sidelines wearing, blue jeans all the way up to their hips with suspenders and what do you call them? Like those thick glasses, like the thick hipster glasses. Mike, basically don't look like Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel can get away with that though, because he is coaching a team that a lot of people think are the best team in the league right now. And they dropped 70 points on a team. So he can wear whatever he wants. He's earned the right. But hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say right now, because this story is so huge that it's made the NFL's social media accounts change its cover photo to the picture of Taylor Swift in the press box, and then change the description to talk about Taylor Swift. And, the field reporter was interviewing Patrick Mahomes, not about the game, but about the fact that Taylor Swift was there. So please do not let, Taylor Nation turn the NFL into not what it is, because, that's the entertainment industry and it's the sports industry. And, they're best when they're kept in their respective categories, in my humble opinion. So, think about this for a second. And I know some people might disagree and they might get angry about that, but picture this for a second. Picture watching the Grammys, and then you see a bunch of football player types, like me, overweight men, belching and munching on snacks and yelling at TVs. Picture that at the Grammys. Would you really want that there? So would you want the Super Bowl halftime show and everything about that culture and the trends of that to expand to the entire games themselves? So that's the only thing I'm trying to advocate and prevent, from happening, to the Taylor Nation fans, Taylor Swift fans. If you want to start getting in the NFL, welcome to, football, and, we'll help you learn the game as best as you can. I brand myself as the casual Lions fan for that exact reason, because I know I don't know everything about football. And I know there's a lot of people who don't know too much about football, and we can work together to figure it out to make the game as enjoyable as possible. Because, if we overload too much, then we get confused and bored, and That is not a Taylor Swift lyric pun, by the way. We're happy, lonely, confused, and bored at the same time. I butchered that, but that was not intended for that. But yes, let's have fun with this news right now. But, people running the NFL and running the stories, please don't, change what's going on with the NFL to make it about, the Taylor Swift stuff. Because everything is going great with both sides, both news categories, the entertainment world and the sports world. So that's what my hope is for. The only thing that I will allow you guys to change, if you can pull it off, is the refs to start calling fair games, specifically with the Lions, Detroit Lions, because the refs have done a bad job with that with the Lions for a long time. Although tides are starting to turn these days, but that could change any week. So and I probably am highly considering live streaming the Sunday night game, the Jets and the Chiefs, and I might just kind of make a fun with it and just make it like a paparazzi thing and not focus on the game and just be like, what is Taylor doing right now? And just commentate on, oh, she turned her head slightly to the left, and just analyze the Easter eggs just like everybody else does. So, but yeah. Olaya, I see you in the chat. What's going on, my man? I was just doing my halftime raid bait, which is basically me ranting about the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce situation. And my point being, don't let Taylor Nation corrupt the NFL and that sort of thing. I hate Matt LaFleur. Yeah, honestly, I don't know much about him. He doesn't seem like an intense head coach type. He just seems like an X's and O's guy who seems like he's underachieved as far as I can tell. Comeback season for sure. We can get your coach. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with LaFleur. I figured Joe Barry was the main coach that had the most issues with Green Bay because that's what I hear the most about with that. And Joe Barry used to be a Detroit Lions defensive coordinator. I think that was when the Lions went 0-16 that one year, or close to that time. So I hear you there. I'm going to tune into Tom Grassi's stuff real quick while we're at halftime. He's reading donos right now.
Need more beer than water. Won't do it till the Packers score a touchdown. Chad, that's true. We got that to hold on to.
Won't get beer till the Packers score a touchdown. Well, you might be sober tonight, my friend.
We're still at halftime, but the Packers get the ball. That's the one thing. It's just right now the Lions have all the momentum on both sides of the ball, on both. So, and now it's you're not even going to establish the run because you're down 24 points. You don't have that time.
You don't got time to establish the run. That's right. Lions' run defense is really good this year.
It's just brutal, man. Musgrave.
Brutal.
Everything's bad. It's just bad.
I get so much satisfaction from this person's misery. But I like him. And I hope he likes me and that we have a good YouTube friendship. Although he has a bunch of people. He rated me during the Chiefs game, and I'm glad he did.
Brandon, thank you for the $5. I know it is. We'll pay for your therapy after the game. I'm going to need it. And we still have a whole nother half of football to go.
Still have a whole nother half of football to go. Yes, we do.
I'm legit nervous.
I'm just going to be like the Lions fan who's like, more. Like Kylo Ren. And I'm thinking specifically of Grassi's reactions of Lions fans and Packers fans after the game, which he will do after. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom before the third quarter starts. Lions defense, 11 sacks, 2.3 yards per play allowed in the last 2 games. Heck yeah. They're finally doing what we all Lions fans knew that they were capable of doing. And the third quarter is about to begin. One more souvenir I got is this sitting pad, which I got for free. I'll figure out a way to deal with this. And then I got this popcorn bowl, which I've been eating Doritos out of too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The kick return got to the 50, but it looks like he's kind of injured and there's a flag. Matt before saying they got to block a hell of a lot better. Indeed. That's how we started our Lions rebuild, with the linemen with the blocking. And Campbell's really good coaching with blocking. And it's a big emphasis even on wide receivers and those types. All right. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Love under center. Fakes it. Play action. Caught. Gains about 5 yards. Tucker Kraft. I was just talking about him a little bit ago. Game on, OAI. Third and 1. Pass is complete for a first down to Dobbs. Fourth first down. And the fans give us sarcastic applause. Sideline reporter. Don't let him come out with the same come from behind energy. Love drops back to pass. Across the middle, down. Caught by Watson. First down and more. Down to the Green Bay logo. Sideline reporter was talking about Dan Campbell saying, yeah, we got to keep the same momentum that we've had. That's pretty much Campbell's always saying when halftime when the lead. Like, the score is always 0-0. Don't let up. The Lions are not the type of team you can come back from often, though. That looked like a zone thing that Watson defeated there. 1st and 10 on the 49. About to pass, dump off. Oh! Number 6 laid him out. No gain. That was Melifonwu. There's a flag, though. Hutchinson, illegal hands to the face. What? You can't penalize Hutchinson. Oh. He's like, ah. Meanwhile, Tom Grassi looked like he's out of hope right now. Wait, why is he yelling so excited and clapping? What's going on? What happened? He's ahead of me, so he drops back to pass. Over to the side. Dobbs incomplete. Talking about how the safeties are going to back. They're not going to give up an easy home run. The Lions don't have the receivers to do that. Although their offense is really good. They're good at like those middle plays. They don't have a deep threat until Jameson Williams comes back and until they possibly trade for Mike Evans. Oh, they missed the running back. He's getting close to the first down. And there's a flag. What is going on here? And there's an injured player. Looks like Branch. Crap. Not Brian Branch. Angeloni, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. What? Automatic first down. Oh, helmet hit. Helmet to helmet. Lowering his helmet, I guess. That might have been a bad call, but it still kind of technically happened, I guess. I'm worried about Branch. We can't lose Branch, too. He's like sitting. They're looking at his leg. They're helping him up. They're still standing there. There's like 4 trainers around him, or Campbell's behind him. I think that's Campbell. They're helping him off the field. One person around him. He's limping. Campbell's walking around them with his laminated plaything clipped to his belt. Puts his headset back on. Yeah, Brian Branch would be a big loss if we lost him, so we got to evaluate that. Seems like there's been a lot of injuries since week 2 to keep track of with everything, so. And now he's limping to the bench and he's going to sit down. And he's still being looked at by those same 3 trainers or whatever. And now we're back to playing 1st and 10, Love under center. Fakes play action, drops back to pass, dumps off to Kraft. Gets nowhere, gets brought down by Harris. Yep, Harris. I forgot they have Charles Harris drop back in coverage, I guess. Some edge rushers, before they're edge rushers now, they used to be outside linebackers. They do similar stuff like that. Second 11 on the 20. Love dropping back to pass. Flag drawn, dumps it off. Being wrestled to the ground for no gain. Wrestled down by Levi Onwuzurike. I almost forgot about him. He's on the field. He's doing all right. What's the flag, though? Holding 63 offense, Green Bay. Penalty decline. All right. Yeah, come on, Green Bay. The Lions have done their part to make this an entertaining Thursday Night Football Amazon Prime Video. Where are you at? Nope, just kidding. Disregard that. We want the blowout. We want to make another statement to the NFC North. It's 3rd and 15 now. Love drops back to pass, jumps it off again. Screen. Gains a few yards. Nowhere near the first down, though. Now it's 4th down. They're showing Branch getting a back massage. He's on the cart, and the cart is taken off to the tunnel. Crap, that is not good. That is not good. It looked like he was getting a back massage by one of the trainers or grabbing him from behind the shoulders area. This is starting to give me flashbacks of Aaron Rodgers. No. Brian Branch, do not miss the rest of the season. No. No. Pass caught to Romeo Doubs. That was a gain of like 30, and their Packers are 1st and goal at like the 4-yard line. I just realized Tom Grassi probably has a reaction to Brian Branch because people keep tagging him into stuff and saying, oh, what if Brian Branch gets an interception against you, Tom? Because Tom Grassi also wanted Brian Branch for the Packers, but the Packers traded back with the Lions, and the Lions got him, and Grassi got upset over that, and we Lions fans love that. So I hope this is not karma for that. Packers hand it off down to the middle, nowhere to go. 2nd and goal. Current drive, 11 plays, 85 yards. Okay, Packers. You keep running the ball, though, you'll keep eating up the clock. Is that what you really want? Oh, dang it, another injury. Barnes this time. It's like he's stretching out his leg. Crap. This is Lambeau Field. This is like a grass field, though, not turf. Stop getting injured, Lions people. Please.
That's it. Fast Red Fire, who's been the best Green Bay running back since the start of the Favre era? Always love me some Joyce Levens, Amon Green. Yeah, I'd probably say one of those. Josh Farrell, please need to use the restroom like Lamar. Eric would fire him. God damn, I saw that. Darkwood tour, Jordan come back in, hopefully. Joseph and Tour Packers need to awake from the darkness retreat. Regardless of your team, always said see young, talented guys. Yeah, you don't want to see anybody injured, especially Brian Branch. Lions fans know I love Brian Branch coming out of college.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my god, I love the guy so much. Like, he's just such a great player in college.
You love Darnell Washington more, though.
Muller, thank you for the 9er. Bill, thank you for the 20. It's not tush push, it's brotherly shove. All right, Bill, you win. Yeah, thanks for getting the membership. Let's see. Mike Williams out for the season? What? Is he really? Kaiser, thank you for turn break. Ankle, questionable return. Hopefully he's okay. Alright, thank you. 10 more satisfying to beat the competition when they're at full strength. Injuries ruin everything. Trust me, as someone who is an injury-riddled team, what do I know? David, welcome to the boss. Appreciate you. Okay. Alright, so 55's walking off on his own, so he seems to be okay. So that is very, very good.
That's good
Second
news.
goal coming up. 8:38 to go in.
It seems like he's back with the game. Checking my email, see if my dad emailed me. Nope. And we're back in the same trainers. Barnes is walking off. He seems to be all right. 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line, or 1.5, whatever. Goff and shotgun, running back on his right. Fakes the handoff, passes it to the right. No one's covering Christian Watson. Touchdown. How do you leave him wide open like that? It's the same player that I keep warning you about, Christian Watson, open right there in the corner of the end zone. It's always Christian Watson, I swear. God. The Packers are going for 2. If it was Brian Branch, he probably was in the game. He probably would have swatted that away. Packers are going for 2 now. Love and shotgun. Rolling out to his right and passes across the middle and caught by Reed in the middle. No one around there, kind of. So that's good. I better not get a heart attack. Lions fans know this all too much. Like, you get hope and then it gets taken away, and that's the worst type of loss. We've encountered it time after time after time again, especially against teams like the Packers. Excuse me. I was talking so much smack at work about the Lions beating the Packers today, and I hope it better not come back to bite me. Sideline reporter. Luke Musgrave was ruled out. So a minute after they brought Brian Branch into the training room, she was told that he was going to be questionable, but they're looking at the right ankle. But ankle not as significant as an injury as like other stuff, as far as I know. They're saying Aaron Rodgers, no way he comes back. Blah, 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 blah. Craig Reynolds on the return, gets down to the 28. I hate when they do stupid graphics like this. It's to follow the old big road, but with Jared Goff and his journey as a Detroit Lion. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. Goff under center. He's pointing all around everywhere. Hands off to Montgomery. Gets about to the 30. Gain of a few yards. Second and 7. So I'd say the Lions continue to run it, shave time off the clock. But, you're still at that point in the game where you can still put up more points. Dump off to Gibbs to the side, nowhere to go there. Wrestled down by Quay Walker. The crowd is starting to go nuts. It's 3rd down. Green Bay thinks they have momentum on their side now. But even if they do, I don't think they'll be able to get enough in time because they're down by 16 points? It would take 2 touchdowns and a field goal to get ahead of them at this point, assuming Detroit doesn't score again. Goff drops back to pass. Fires down the middle. Caught. The St. Brown, but not enough for a 1st down. I think he got a punt there, though. Lions are punting. There's Jack Fox. My opinion, one of the better punters in the league, not just for his punting abilities, but for his ability to pass the ball for trick plays. You got to watch out for those things. That's the face Campbell's making as they go to break. Oh, man. So if anybody's watching, what do you think of the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation? Are you indifferent, or do you love it? Do you hate it, or do you have the same concern I have about the NFL all of a sudden turning into Swift Nation or whatever? Given what I know about SEO and how content creators tend to strategize and market the target audiences, I wouldn't be surprised if something like what I described would happen. But yeah, it seems like the NFL is about to get a bunch of new fans, assuming those same type of people weren't already aware of the NFL stuff. Hey, how's it going, Vector? I didn't expect that score. Wow, yeah, I know. I expected something along those lines. I knew the Lions would probably be in control of the game, and it looks like Green Bay's starting to get momentum back. And last week against New Orleans, they kind of did something similar, came all the way back and won. But I keep saying that the Lions are not a type of team that you can come back from and get a comeback win from. It'd be very difficult to do that against the Lions, unless, of course, you're the Seattle Seahawks. But yeah, I didn't expect to score 11 either. I didn't expect the 2-point conversion to work and to get them to get Green Bay to get 11 points. So that definitely is a shock there. This Lions team especially, yeah, I agree. They're fighting some injuries right now, but sounds like they're clicking on all cylinders, and they don't even have Jameson Williams back yet from the suspension. So it's a special time to be a Lions fan, and I'm glad I'm here to stream this game. I went to the Lions and Falcons game last Sunday, and I had a blast there too. So that's really when the defense came alive and all the sacks from a bunch of people started. And Branch had a great game. Sam Laporta had a great game. Gibbs showed improvement. Oh, Branch update. He's back on the sideline and he's getting taped up on his ankle. Still sitting on the cart, though. So that's a good sign. Love dumps it off and a backwards pass to Dobbs, but he doesn't get it, and it rolls out of bounds. Yeah, Lions players were all over that. That wasn't going to go anywhere, even if it was cut. But, yeah, Love was under pressure again there. All right. Have a good workout, Vector. So thanks for popping in for the visit. So I'm having a blast over here. So don't feel like you have to, do your thing, man. Love drops back. Passes deep across the middle. No one near there. Incomplete. 2nd and 21. 3rd and 21 now. It hit the middle of the Green Bay logo on the field. Branch update. Adhesive heating pad on ankle. Solid tape job. Doesn't look to be in any pain. Walked out his own and coat out of the tunnel. Yeah. Branch is too important not to pause everything for the updates. Love drops back. 3rd and 21. Pass across the side. Complete to Dobbs. Not going to be enough. 4th down. Hey, Rodrigo's there. Good to see you, Rodrigo. Getting mixed into the rotation and everything. Hutch looks like he was dropping back in coverage there, moving around. Myles Garrett impersonation. You got blocked on that one, though, so. And now they punted it away. And it looks like he's going to try to take it. He's past the 20, gets to about the 24, but there's a flag. We got 4:53 left to go in the third quarter. Lions are up 27-11. Two flags. Holding 42 receiving team. Okay, so 10-yard penalty on Detroit there for holding. That's a pretty bridge. I've never seen that before in Green Bay. But I haven't really had much time to explore the city of Green Bay. I've been through there twice, once straight to business for Lambeau Field, and then another just driving through while moving. I can't wait to go into work tomorrow. I might just wear this hat. I'm supposed to wear a black hat into work tomorrow, but I might just wear this again and just really piss off my coworkers while I just go in with a smug grin on my face, being like, how about that game last night, people? This is, of course, assuming the Lions still win in the blowout score that they have, and Green Bay doesn't come back. But based on the last offensive drive Green Bay just had, it doesn't look like they have the momentum to pull that off. So, what say you, Tom Grassi?
Blood Demon, maybe. Who's asking?
Blood Demon.
Okay, we got nearly 15,000 people in there. Feel free to like and subscribe. That was Sinclair porking as Moosey came in. Mitch O'Toole for a new Taliban. Also loves the animals. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Folks, it's been the best stream not of the game, but the best stream. It's the biggest that we've had, so thank you so much, folks. I really appreciate you. For the rest of this game, cheers. We're growing, man. I'm working for you. I'm working. All right. So now, 1st and 10. After 3
Oh, he's ahead of me. Tonight's journey. 4 sacks. Touchdown in each of his first 3 games with Detroit for Montgomery. Green Bay Packers TD on first drive of second half. That's pretty much what they get. It had to be Watson, number 9. Dan Campbell's chewing gum, wearing a black shirt, headset, hat. They hand off Montgomery, gets a few yards. Yeah, they're talking about moving him back to right tackle after Taylor Decker came back. So, yeah, I mentioned that earlier. All right, Goff and shotgun, running back on his left. Play clock down to 5. Okay, hands off to Montgomery. Gets him blocking, gains a few yards there. He's doing basically what you want as a running back. Get a few yards on the first couple downs, get them in close to the first down marker when you're at third down. So 3rd and 2 now. 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 2. That's what you want your cowbell running back to accomplish. Although Montgomery is good at getting more yards than that extra little more yards than what you need, which could come in handy for offenses. And the Lions are good at exploiting such traits. Goff Jock's about to pass. Caught. First down. Is that St. Brown? No, that was Gibbs. Gibbs catches it for first down. So standard first down there, the Lions did. Hand off to their bell cow running back, gain 3 or 4 yards the first couple, and then drops back and passes it to whoever's there, in this case Gibbs. A receiving target, Alma Kamara type, he gets the first down. And now we're at first and 10 at the 23-yard line. Hands off to Montgomery down the middle. Gains about 4 or 5 yards. So rinse and repeat. And the Lions are good at executing what everybody knows is coming to them. So I used to watch these games, and it's all they talk about is the Packers as they dominated the game. Now it's the reverse, and I'm just enjoying this so much. Thank you, Card. Thank you for visiting. I'm having a blast watching this game. Oh, and Goff just got sacked. Carl Brooks. I remember studying him in the NFL draft process, and the Packers got him. Card Crezid just popped in and say hi. Yep, I already said that. So, but yeah, you have a good night. So, I'm having a blast with this game. Good for you, Green Bay. You got your first sack of the game against us. Took you long enough. Gibbs gets the handoff, and he gets it down the middle for about 6 or 7 yards. I'm doing it bad. And the Lions are punting. 4th and 6. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. And the ball's going to roll down to the 29. All right, Mr. Grassi.
Did you tour Smirnoff's vodka? Yeah, back in my college days. Jacob, tour sours pretty beer's the best. Nick, when they went to a fiver over under the Broncos lose this week, I think they'll actually win. It's against the Bears. They should be. They should. Then again.
Should I live stream the Broncos and Bears game? Seems like I watch a lot of competitive teams. It's nice time to watch two bad teams duke it out.
Mac Jones, the nice player. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like testicles, he's your guy. He's trying to rid them one player at a time.
Mac Jones, not a nice guy. Testicles.
The best ambassador you think of was Lemon Fletcher. Yeah, we got nearly 15,000 people in here. Feel free to like and subscribe. I appreciate the hell out of you folks. We're 750 subs away from 513. Right after this, there'll be a Packers and Lions fan reaction coming out and a Packers post game.
I can't wait to see it.
Lions starting to play like the Packers usually play when they have big leads. Gives us a chance. Garrett Jordan right now is a good starter, Drake. Yeah, it's not bad.
Assuming the game goes the way that it's been going.
Messages is English Coastal Cheddar. I have not even heard of it. All right, looks like we're about to come back. Gary Tour, Yingling is the best beer. Yingling was my
man. It's nice to be able to live stream and not have 0 people watching for the majority of it, just because there's less pressure on me. I don't always have to talk all the time. But, it's a New Year's resolution of mine to do this throughout the season. So I'm just going to go into work wearing this hat and then wearing this over my uniform and piss everybody off while I walk in with a smug grin on my face. I can't wait. The Packers had -1 yards in the first half or something. Anyway, 1st and 10, Love and shotgun at the, 31? Aaron Jones gets a few yards there. Harvest Moon, that's going on right now? I'm too far away from my window. The announcer was like, it's that time of month? I'm like, wait, where are you going with this? In October? It's September. Oh, there's a pretty moon. Dump off pass gets a first down to Dobbs. I see Melifanu nearby the play, but not active in the play. And it looks like they're trying to hurry up no-huddle offense. 1st and 10. Last play of the third quarter, and he's going to Hail Mary it. And, oh, my gosh, he caught it. Down to the 10, Jalen Reed. Crap, that was a 45-yard play. What are the odds of that? God! Not what we need right now. Of all people, Jalen Reed. All right. 4th quarter time. Q4. Nah, go refresh my drink. So while I was up, I looked out my window to try to check out the moon, and it was behind a bunch of tree branches, and it just looked like a regular moon far away from me. So nothing special for me. And I'm in. Never mind, I can't say that. But in Green Bay, I guess it looks super special right now. But where I'm at, not so much. Whoa. That was a water spell as I tried to open it. Not to worry. I should point out I'm wearing my Detroit Lions, or as I call them, just black and blue footy pajamas. And I love them. It's fall time after all. Leaves are starting to change colors outside, and I love it. All right, first and goal for Green Bay. Love and shotgun. All the wide receivers spread out on the line of scrimmage. One running back to his right, though. Lions look like they're in 4-3 formation. Drops back, floated up. Oh, did he catch it? Jalen Reed again. I think it was out of bounds before the process of the catch was complete. Yeah, I didn't really have possession. That first step was on the ankle. Of the ankle was on the white of the out of bounds. And his second foot obviously landed out of bounds there, so nothing going there. Branch is back in the game. Yes. Oh, Love's running it through the middle and touchdown Packers. No, you are not coming back on the Lions. No. Don't even think about it. Start of the fourth quarter. No, don't even think about it. He just ran it himself up the middle. There's like nobody around defensive line wise. No spy on Love. Are they going for 2 points again? Yep, they are. And Love is running it himself again, but I think he got stopped. I think he's short. So Kaminsky saves the day. So it's just 17, I think. No good. Oh, yeah, he got him like on the collarbone, but his knees touched before he could reach the ball across the plane. Woo. They're trying to replay the Jalen Reed catch at the end of the third quarter. Oh my gosh. There should have been a delay of game penalty called, but they didn't call it. Refs, what are you trying to do? No, you are done screwing the Lions over. Stop with the play clock stuff. Refs. Freaking zebras, man. Your black and white vertical stripes. All right, anyways, I got to change the score. So Lions are still ahead by 10 points now. It could have been 8 points, but now it's 10 points. So still some comfortable room. There's a Darth Vader cheesehead in the stands. Right next to a Lions fan. Good old Lambeau Field. I've been there before. How about Lions get a touchdown on offense? Let's put this game away. Or run down the clock. Whatever you think is best. First and 10, Goff in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Dumps it off to Montgomery. And he's going to get about 5. He gets close to the first down before going out of bounds. Excuse me. Sorry. 2nd and 2. The clock is running at 14 and 30. Play clock at 17, 16, 15. Goff gives it to Gibbs, and he gets it through first down. Just barely. Up the middle. Packers blitzing defense, attacking the run. Opportunities for St. Brown and Laporta, yeah. Well, I thought exactly. But I think they're trying to run down the clock. Goff drops back to pass, dumps it off to Montgomery again. Going towards the bounce, he gets a first down. He boomed the guy and then got a first down. It's just like a boom, and then cross the yellow line. Yeah, no need to take any unnecessary risks, such as interceptions and whatnot. 1st and 10, Goff under center. Hands off to Montgomery again. He's bulldozing. He gets about 8 yards there. This is why a running back like Montgomery is quite valuable. Yep, Montgomery's wearing on the defense, making them tired, keeping them off the field. Similar to the strategy against Mahomes, really. Oh, nowhere to go. Stopped at the line of scrimmage on that one. That was Gibbs. Stopped by Lucas Van Ness. There's Van Ness, Mr. Chicago guy. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd down conversions. 4 for 4, 1 for 2, 1 for 6. 4 for 4 of 1 to 3 yards. And this is 3rd and 2. So Goff and shotgun. Gibbs on his right. Hands it off to Gibbs off the middle. Gets a first down and more. Down to the 40. 39. So Gibbs is doing some productive stuff as well. So it's only a matter of time before he breaks out with like a huge, like 25, 30-yard breakaway touchdown type of play. I heard a beep boop in my phone, so in my ear. So one of my earbuds must be low on power. 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. Goff fakes the passes, goes somewhat deep, and it's caught. 1st and more to Reynolds. That's a gain of what, 20, 25? Another first down, though. How many yards was that? For 20 yards. Impressive. Gotta love Reynolds. He's reliable. Hands off to Montgomery and gets about 3 yards there. Yep, I hear you. Beep boop. You're done. Second and 7 at the 21-yard line. The announcers are talking about Goff and his growth, and nowhere to go for Montgomery on that one. Quay Walker on the blitz. Colby Wooden, the Packers drafted him too. He's another guy I researched for the draft. The Packers got a lot of like day 3 picks. A lot of people who I wound up recognizing and whatnot. So 3rd and 9. Goff is and he's going over to somebody. He's like, Caleb. Play clock down to 1. Hands it off. Not going to be enough for a first down. Well, a few yards away. 4th down. Field goal. A field goal would get them 13 points ahead. 4th and 3. Oh, they're going for it. They're going for it. Here's the Dan Campbell aggressiveness. Goff under center. It's probably going to be a pass. Question is, who's it going to go to or where is it going to go? Oh, wait a minute. They're just trying to draw them off sides, and then they called a timeout. I don't know why I didn't predict that. And now here comes Patterson for the field goal attempt. You never know. You might mess with someone's psychology enough to get them to jump off sides. Thirty-yard attempt. The kick is up, right down the middle, and good. So once again, the Lions put 30 up on the board. It's always a good game when the Lions can do that. 30 points at least. So Lions are now ahead by 13 points. So for the Packers to get ahead of the Lions at this point, they would need 2 touchdowns plus 2 extra points. Will they do it? I don't know. I'm hoping they don't. I don't think so. I said it would have been nice for the Lions to get 1 more touchdown, but a field goal, I think, could suffice for now. All right, Tom, what are you talking about? You just poured a beer.
Let's go, baby.
You roused the ears.
Let's go. This is it.
Let's know, Tom. No, let's know.
1,000 people in here. Feel free to like and subscribe. Appreciate
No,
you
there's no momentum for the Packers.
Right after this,
Don't
there'll
even
be a
think
Lions
about
and
it.
Packers fan reaction, followed by a Packers post game.
Yeah, I'll look forward to you reacting to your Packers losing.
All Pandas US students are being returned to China. I saw that. Mike Goodfire. Clear talking about which rival is the rival if you rank the NFC North rivalries. Honestly, the Vikings are probably number 1 just because it has been for a while. Then I'd say probably like the Lions and Bears. Bears is just like, oh my God, Quay Walker just got unsportsmanlike.
Oh, spoiler. Crap. Now I know something that happened. But yeah, talking about the Packers' biggest rivals, always the Minnesota Vikings because they were for a while, and that followed by the Lions. Bears are like the little brother. Is the point of what he was trying to say, I think. But soon, hopefully, the Lions. He's shown respect for the Lions, so he doesn't hate Oh, they didn't even show it on TV. They were just cutting to it now. The play happened. So, oh my gosh, he tried to jump like a frog over the thing, and that was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Quay Walker. So the field goal doesn't necessarily count anymore. So now it's 1st and goal for the Lions. And Tom Grassi is furious. Hang on. First and goal for the Lions now. Montgomery's breaking in through, getting a couple yards. 8 minutes left to go and counting. It's always Quay Walker fucking up. That always helps the Lions out. I am so glad I made that point with the shoving of the trainers and the coaches or whatever to get ejected from the game. And now here he is doing it again. He was somebody I thought the Lions might draft in the day too, but Green Bay got him in the first round just to spite us for trading up with the Vikings to draft Jameson Williams. That was my theory. Montgomery gets the ball again, but he goes nowhere with it. Third and goal. Clock down to 6:55 and counting. Goff and shotgun. Running back on his left. Hands it off. And he gets down to the 1 yard line. That's Montgomery. So 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. I think you go for it if you're at the 1 yard line. Looks like they're going for it. Going for the touchdown. Will we see some trickery on this play, or will they just bulldoze it through? You are at the 1 yard line. 4th and goal. Up the middle. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown. Woo! Montgomery again. That should be the nail in the coffin. Suck it, Packers fans. Suck it. You know who you are. Thank you, Quay Walker, for your stupidity once again. Just a standard run up the middle and just bulldoze his way through just enough to get in. Montgomery, I'm glad you are healthy for this game. Thank you, David. And the kick is up. The extra point is good. So 34-17. All right. So before the Packers were down by 13 with a field goal, then the commercial break comes back. We find out what Quay Walker did, and the Lions get a touchdown. So 34-17. Now Lions are double the score. So the Packers, what do they need to tie? They need another 17 points at least to tie. So that would be 2 touchdowns plus extra points and then a field goal. Oh, yeah. It's looking like a tall order now.
Like they had it back. They had a shot. At least give them a shot. Damn, man. Damn.
Damn. That's right, Tam.
Sucks. Gabby, thank you for the fiver. Eva, thank you for the touring. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, just give him a shot. It's just like the Falcons game, too, right? Like, just give him a shot. Give him a shot to come back. So, shout out. I mean, that's from last year, though. This year, he's been a great player. Mike, thank you for the tour. Yeah, they could have scored 70. It just sucks, man. You know, you want to see them at least have a shot, and now this game's pretty much over. Unless, like, legit miraculous things happen. And I poured the beer poorly. Everything's not going well. Everything's not going well. We'd like to see it. Apple with a fighter. Appreciate you. Yeah, it sucks for the game to kind of end like that. Larry, thank you for the fiver. Joshua, thank you. Appreciate your reasons. Thank you. Yes. Reese, thank you for the fiver. He is super talented. He is. Bench, thank you for the 20. Bench, like, are we really?
Okay, so I think it's safe to say the Lions will be in first place of the NFC North after this game. And I think the way the league is going to the way the season is going to play out, it's starting to shape up a bit now. You got teams like Miami and Dallas who are making statements. The Lions are up there in their own way. The Chiefs lost to the Lions, but they're climbing back up again. You know, the Jets, unfortunately, are not probably going to contend like we were hoping they would. Denver still sucks. Chicago Bears still sucks. Vikings are not doing so great so far. Packers look like they could be a good team, but nowhere near as good as the Lions as they proved tonight. San Francisco's still a top team. The Rams are making noise. Matt LaFleur is chewing out Quay Walker. I remember seeing the highlights of the game I went to last season in Lambeau Field, and Walker got ejected, and yet LaFleur yelled at him, Think! 5:57 left to go in the fourth quarter. Vikings and Bears still 0-3. And the Lions pulled off this great win on a short week's rest, like 3 days of like practice, give or take. The Packers had that too, but considering the amount of injuries and people who didn't play, it's almost good that like Montgomery and Decker got the rest that they needed from the Atlanta Falcons game to be able to pull this off and do what they need to do. Second and 5. The crowd is silent. Love is second 5, drops back, pass across the middle, first down and more, down to Romeo Doubs. As soon as the Lions get the ball back and I'm probably going to check the box scores. I haven't done that yet in this game. Oh, Love is under pressure. McNeil almost got him. Hutchinson almost got him. He gets rid of the ball. And someone almost intercepted it. Second and 10. Love, pass complete to whoever. 1 yard shy of the first down. Was that Tucker Kraft? I don't know. Whoever 81 is. And they run it and get a first down to the 48-yard line. They're trying to figure out what the green thing is on Brian Branch's helmet. Oh, Love's about to. Nope, he gets rid of it. Deep pass. Is that? Oh my gosh, he caught that. Wow. That's a first down and more. That's very long play toward the end zone. I thought that was intercepted at first. That was Jerry Jacobs. Wow. Now they're down to the 20th, first and 10. Love dumps off, gains about 5 to Reed. Oh, crap. Another injury. Branch injured again. Okay, he got up, but he's still kind of. Crap. Dang it. Should he have gone back into the game? I'm looking at Tom Grant. Female referee is talking to Dan Campbell about something. And Tom Grossi looks like he's ranting about something. I'm seeing a preview for Saw. I don't know how many Saw movies there are now. Saw X.
I'm doing a tour. Jeff, talk over other games this weekend. Yeah, doing Lions. Not Lions. Dolphins, Bills, and then the Sunday night game, of course, Monday. Now, a tour. What's the green thing on Branch's helmet? No idea. Didn't see it. Didn't see it. Did not see it. Yeah, I mean, listen, that first half, we got our ass kicked. They played better in the second half, but make mistakes against a good team, it's going to cost you. It's gonna cost you. Tom, thank you for the tour. Appreciate you. It's awesome. I mean, the Lions are a good football team, so what's going to happen?
Good. What is this commercial I'm looking at? Locker room players celebrating. Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, State Farm. Should have known. Oh. A couple more things about the Taylor Swift stuff. TJ Hawkinson got a really big extension. Thank God the Lions traded him so they didn't have to deal with that. But he's reset the market for tight ends. Think of the resources and experience Taylor Swift has with negotiating, getting a lot of money, getting rich and all that. Think of how much leverage and influence she'll be able to help with Kelsey when it's time for him to get his next extension. I don't know if he has one already before or anything like that, but imagine how much bank Kelsey's going to make. And then what was the other thing? Drawing a blank right now. But yeah, Swift should be able to help Kelsey with whatever contract negotiation. So look out, Chiefs general manager, for that. There's one other thought I had about them with the possibilities. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. There's not much time in this game left, so hopefully it comes back to me by then. Second and 5. Love dropping back to pass. Gets it off. Intercepted! Intercepted by Jerry Jacobs. He almost got one before. And now he gets one here. It's about time he got an interception. I was thinking about that for him. And now he's just jogging like behind the sidelines and everything. Woo. It's about time the Lions got an interception the first time in a little bit. I guess Dobbs second-guessed himself. Like, hey, I got to help get this guy open, give him his help somehow. And he screwed up the plan, and Jacobs capitalized on it. Goff hands off to Montgomery, going around the side. Looks like he gets the first down. 3:59. He went out of bounds. 3:59 to go in the game. 4 interceptions in 2 games versus Lions last season. 2 tonight. They don't even have Kirby Joseph in this game tonight. And he was responsible for a lot of those interceptions they were just showing in that. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Goff under center. Fakes it and then dumps it off to Gibbs, who drops it, picks it back up, and then tries to run it again. It dropped and then bounced right back up to where he dropped it, the height, and then just grabbed it again. I'm daydreaming now and smiling into the camera, but I know nobody's watching right now, so I'm not embarrassed about it all. Showing how good the Lions blocking has been to help Montgomery get his touchdowns. Yeah, when you have a good offensive line, there's lots of possibilities. $121 yards. Oh, I almost forgot. Box score. Let's see where they're at with everything. As the Lions continue with 3rd and 9. I hear Goff yelling, kill. Drops back to pass. And he's getting sacked. I saw that one guy coming from quite a mile away, actually. Goff is slow to get up, though. 4th down. Green Bay charges a timeout as the punting units go out. Hey, Devontae Wyatt. He's the guy I was looking at. And the Lions offensive player missed him. Graham Glasgow missed him. All right, anyways, box score stats. Goff, at this point, 18 for 27, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jordan Love, 22 for 34, 234 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So as far as yards and stuff goes, looks like Love has had the better game. Get Nixon down. Crap. Down to the 35. David Montgomery, 28 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 8 carries, 40 yards. So now that Montgomery's in, Gibbs' production has been limited naturally. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones, 5 carries, 18 yards. A.J. Dillon, 5 carries, 11 yards. And that's pretty much it. All right. Detroit receiving. Josh Reynolds, 3 receptions for 69 yards. Sam Laporta, 4 receptions for 56 yards. Oh, whoa. Love is getting sacked. He was pursued by Hutchinson, and then Kaminsky comes and finishes him off, and Jack Campbell was around there too. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 receptions for 51 yards with a touchdown. David Montgomery also has 2 receptions for 20 yards, while Gibbs has 4 receptions for 11 yards. Love over to Dobbs. few yards there, halfway to whatever. Green Bay receiving, Romeo Doubs, 9 receptions for 95 yards. Jalen Reed, 3 receptions for 55 yards. It looks like I'm way behind. I see that Green Bay's kicking a field goal. Anyways, Christian Watson, 2 receptions, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Jordan Love has a fumble, as well as Jalen Reed. And then let's see here. I'm looking at sacks for Lions. John Kaminsky has a sack. Jack Campbell has a tackle for loss. Ali McNeil has a sack, 2 tackles for loss. Will Harris has a tackle for loss. I didn't even notice him in the game. Aiden Hutchinson has 1.5 sacks in this game. Charles Harris has a half sack. Isaiah Buggs has a sack. Devontae White has a sack. That happened a couple minutes ago. The kick is up and it's good. Packers get 20 points on the board. Carl Brooks has a sack, and that's pretty much it for them. And an interception for each team. Rudy Ford had one toward the beginning of the game. That was literally the first play I saw when I turned it on. And then Jerry Jacobs just recently had an interception. Actually, he has 2 interceptions. Jerry Jacobs has 2 interceptions in this game. Returned it for 34 yards. They're showing Sheila Ford Hamp. Who's there? Yeah, I didn't realize Jerry Jacobs had 2 interceptions. 2:52 left to go in the game. Hutch has got to be approaching the lead leaders in sacks. Getting there, but maybe not quite there. I know TJ Watt has a bunch. Oh, David Montgomery has been updated 114 yards at this point. They're trying an onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. Flags fly. Blah, blah, blah. What say you, Mr. Grassman? That's your nickname that you think I had for you?
30 to the 28. Second down coming up. Yeah, good center. I crushed the Packers so that they didn't go to pain. I felt his lifelong buckets. Keep crushing. Just keep crushing.
Okay. 1st and 10 for Lions offense. They give it to Montgomery, and he rushes for a first down and more. Good at breaking the tackles. That's why he got to 98 to 114 there. Clock runs down to 2:36. It's not even a 2-minute warning yet. Nice and relaxing, enjoyable Lions game that they've been in control of for quite a while. We were expecting a dogfight to the end. Packers did make a little bit of noise in the second half, but seems their momentum at life raft has deflated. Handoff Montgomery again. Gains about 3 yards. starting to believe. They already do believe. So the Packers need 2 more touchdowns and extra points to tie the game. And they have 2 minutes left exactly to do that. But they don't have the ball right now. Can the Packers do it? They give the ball to Montgomery. The clock still runs. Green Bay's third and final timeout. Meanwhile, Detroit still has 2. I think, they're talking about Love. I think he's a good quarterback, just not good enough to beat the Lions, at least not today. People like Love tend to get better in the second half when they get more practice, which is what Christian Watson did last year, which is what Amon-Ra St. Brown did in his rookie year. Detroit calls a timeout now. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Less than a minute yet left. They get a first down on a pass, but the clock is still running. And they're taking a knee. 35, 34, 33. People are running on the field. First Lions head coach Dan Campbell to win 4 straight games versus Packers since Monty Clark. Wow. And they're giving the hugs and everything.
That's ridiculous. Stephanie, thank you, Terry. We'll come back. See you later. Oh, and that's fair game. Appreciate your commentary. Oh, just wait for the NFC North. Oh, just wait. Steven, thank you, Mature. Yeah, Blackguard, thank you for giving 10 memberships. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, Blackguard. Thank you.
The game is over, and the Detroit Lions.
But I said that for like a year and a half now that Campbell's their coach. Like, there's no, like, I wasn't, like, crapping on the Lions or anything like that. No, like, they're a good football team. They're a well-coached team. They have a lot of former players coaching up their team. Like, that's not revisionist history. Like, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, like, you know I've been giving the Lions their dues. They've been kicking our ass for the past few years now. Until they do something about it, it's going to keep on happening. Egan, thank you for the tour.
That water I spilled is the computer mouse, but not too ish.
Hope you're doing well, my friend. fiver. He goes, yeah, that's true.
Crap, I don't have a towel.
Christopher, thank you, buddy.
I'm going to go wipe up this small spill, and then I'm going to use the last part of the stream to try to make my post-game reaction video of this game. Hang on.
Aiden, thank you, Tour. Suit fits. The suit fits. It does. Mark, thank you, Tour. Aaron, thank you for the fiver.
Trying to shut off. Come on. Catch up. Yeah, whatever.
Hi, Oren. I'm your assistant, here to help you throughout your day.
No.
Here are some things you can...
Shut up. Yo, dudes. Oren here. Just finished watching Thursday Night Football, Detroit Lions at Green Bay Packers, and wow, that was a close dogfight type of game between both teams. I can't believe the winner won in the way they did. No, just kidding. This was a blowout by the Lions. They were in control of the game in the first half, and then Green Bay tried to do a little bit of comeback, but it got stopped short, and they won pretty much the same way they won with the Chiefs, the way they've been playing. They got back, and Laporta got a few catches and passes and key first downs and stuff like that. But David Montgomery being back, being the bell cow, getting the first downs, fighting for those extra few yards, getting the touchdowns, now that he's back, that formula continues to work for the Lions. The same thing essentially they did with the Chiefs and what they were doing with Seattle for a while. And then meanwhile, the momentum from the Atlanta Falcons game just continued with the defense. The defensive line continued to get sacks, lots of pressures. The coverage was really good. Jerry Jacobs had 2 interceptions, apparently. I only saw 1, but I checked the stats, and he had 2 there. And, Brian Branch got injured a couple of times, but I guess he was all right to go out and play again. And, the blitzing was good. Barnes, Campbell, Anzalone, they're all really good. And, just another great win against a rival NFC North team that has been kicking our butts for most of our lives, and now the shoe is on the other foot, and now the Detroit Lions are in sole possession of first place in the NFC North, and we have the advantage of being able to keep that lead, hopefully for as long as we can, and we just keep having that momentum and keep going and keep winning until we finally clinch the NFC North and then hopefully win a playoff game. That's my goal for this team this year. So let's talk about some of the statistics from this team. So Jared Goff, 19 for 28, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. While Jordan Love had 23 for 26, 246 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So Love, I guess, had some good stats there as far as yards and stuff like that. But even though it didn't look like the Packers team as a whole played up to par with what they were doing, because they looked good in their earlier games, but they didn't look as good against Detroit here. So Detroit rushing, David Montgomery, 32 carries, 121 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Jahmyr Gibbs also had 8 carries for 40 yards. And over on Green Bay's side, Aaron Jones had 5 carries for 18 yards. A.J. Dillon, 5 carries for 11 yards. So the Lions continue to shut down the run, and they're one of the best teams in the league now in doing that. In fact, let's look at Green Bay's rushing. As a team, they had 12 carries for 27 yards. Yeah, if you want to succeed, you got to be able to set up the run to help set up your other passing plays. And Green Bay failed to do that because Detroit's rushing game was pretty good there. So and as a team for Detroit, it's rushing 43 yards or 43 carries for 211 yards. So players like Khalif Raymond and Jahmyr Gibbs and Jared Goff contributed to that. So we definitely beat their butts in the running game by quite a bit. And meanwhile, with receiving, Josh Reynolds had 3 receptions for 69 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 5 receptions for 56 yards and 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta, 4 receptions for 56 yards. And then I'll just throw David Montgomery in there as well. And Gibbs at the running backs. Gibbs had 4 receptions for 11 yards, while Montgomery 2 receptions for 20 yards. Green Bay's receiving, meanwhile, Romeo Doubs, 9 receptions for 95 yards. Jalen Reed, 3 receptions for 55 yards. Where is he? Christian Watson, 2 receptions for 25 yards, 1 touchdown. This is his first game of the season, by the way. And then as a team, Detroit's receiving, 19 receptions for 210 yards, while Green Bay's receiving is 23 attempts for 246 yards. So Green Bay had more as far as the receiving goes, but, it didn't help them get a win here. So, Jordan Love also fumbled while Jalen Reed fumbled different times. Detroit as a team, their defense, they had a total of 5 sacks and 8 tackles for loss. So individually, John Kaminsky had a sack. Lee McNeil had a sack. He's continues to help with the defensive line resurgence. Aiden Hutchinson had 1.5 sacks. Charles Harris had half a sack. Isaiah Buggs had half a sack. So a lot of those big players. Buggs is back, and I'm glad to see that too. And then meanwhile, Green Bay as a team, 2 sacks and then 6 tackles for loss there. So Devontae Wyatt was one that had a sack. Carl Brooks was that one that had a sack. So players I was familiar with the draft there. So, and then Jerry Jacobs had 2 interceptions, and 34 yards there. So he felt like he had a couple of mistakes or a couple of close contested catches, which he was on the wrong end of the stick of, but he got 2 interceptions in this game apparently. So, yeah. This is just another dominant all-around win, and we beat Kansas City, and we've proven that we can beat pretty much any team. And Green Bay is a worse team than Kansas City, so it's like we playing them, except we played like a worse team and did better offensively and defensively. So this was a key win, playing on short rest, only like 3 days-ish practice between like the Sundays and today, Thursday, for both teams. So now the Lions will get some extra rest. I don't have to play Sunday. And then I believe they're going back home to Carolina, if I recall correctly. Yeah, Carolina will be their next opponent. And they beat them in the preseason, but last Christmas Eve or whenever it was, they beat our butts. But we'll be home to face them this time. So, but yeah, great players all around. I think Goff played pretty well despite the interception. Montgomery did what he had to, which is always nice. St. Brown was good. I didn't hear any penalties from Penei Sewell. I know he had 2 from the game I went to against Atlanta, but I didn't hear anything about Taylor Decker either. But I know that he probably had an impact, so it's glad that he's back in there. The one backup offensive lineman, I've seen him get beat quite a bit of times, and I'm drawing a blank on his name at the moment, but that was probably the one weak spot on the line. But, what can he do when not everybody is healthy, especially like Vitae and those players? Graham Glasgow, that's who I was thinking of. He seemed like he got beat a fair amount. And then nice to have Bugs back. He had a key stop early in the game that helped set the tone. Hutchinson always seems – every other play, it always seems like he's there getting pressures on people, and as well as – a lot of other people like Charles Harris, I saw getting there quite a bit. Ali McNeil. He's had been one of my favorite defensive players for a while until like Jack Campbell was on the scene. But I think Big Mac is still a key part of this defense there too. So helping the other players do really well. And Brian Branch is doing good things despite getting injured twice in this game. Just an all-around complete team. Tracy Walker doing his thing there, doing all the little things that we don't see. Jack Campbell running around. Just an all-around great team. Riley Patterson was perfect on his field goals and extra points. He still has yet to have an attempt over 40 yards, but the Lions have done a good job with their offense of getting him so close to where they're not making it too difficult on him and asking him to do the impossible all the time like other teams do. So, and the game on Amazon Prime ended with an interesting stat. This is like Dan Campbell's like the first coach in a long time to beat the Green Bay Packers 4 consecutive times. That's crazy to think about. So, it's like we're in an age now, a glorious age for the Lions. So I'm just happy to be here and witnessing it. I know that I've been kind of absent from YouTube, but stuff from work and traveling with the game has limited what I've been able to do on here lately. And but it's good to be back. And I plan on changing a few approaches to my channel and the content I bring out. So stay tuned for that. But for tonight, I'm just happy that we got this win. And, as always, go Lions, one pride.